We have one more thing.
Apple's holding its latest product launch on Wednesday, a year to the day that the world's most valuable company unveiled the iPhone 6, the Apple Watch, Apple Pay and more at the biggest launch event in its history.
The iPhone 6 has been a huge driver of success. In the 3 months after it was launched last September, Apple reported the biggest profit in US corporate history. So what should we expect from the latest launch by the world's most valuable company?
Last year, Apple held its launch event in Silicon Valley, and this year it's here at this San Francisco venue, which holds some 7,000 people at its full capacity. So the choice of venue, which is also where Steve Jobs unveiled the Apple II back in 1977, has led some people to think this is going to be a really big event, that we've got a new iPhone, Apple TV, possibly a larger iPad and a Mac, all slated according to analysts and rumors. But yet, somehow I think compared to the iPhone 6, or the Apple Watch this year may feel a little bit more incremental in what Apple is going to unveil compared with last year.
Analysts predict iPhone growth of just 5% in the coming year. Many investors are fretting about how a slowdown in China will hit sales in Apple's most important growth market.
I don't think you'd ever bet against Apple doing well. They've consistently, done really excellently over the last few years with the iPhone, even in the face of analyst experts suggesting that they would struggle with the people like Samsung, particularly coming through with the latest devices. At the same time, there are going to be headwinds. So it's a much more competitive environment. And China just feels like it could be slowing down now, and that is the problem for them. Can they keep those sales driving in China, where they've already pulled out their big trick, which is the larger sized iPhone 6? Whether or not the next one will be substantially different enough to win over the previous customers that they've held with the iPhone 6, we don't know yet. So they really have to see if they can produce some great technology this time around.
While a lot of eyes will be focused on the iPhone, many will also be watching for any changes to Apple TV. For a sector already gripped by fears over cord cutting and streaming sites like Netflix, it could pose a worrying challenge.
Apple's reportedly been talking to Hollywood studios and other content creators about its own, creating its own content, producing its own content, which would be a massive step, really. I mean, you think about the financial clout that Apple has. If it was going to throw some of its cash pile into producing original dramas, original comedies for its own service, this could really disrupt Hollywood as we know it. It could be a huge boon to TV producers and the whole creative industry. It hasn't done this yet. It's rumored to be talking to studios, and I think everyone in the TV business is waiting to see how big an investment Apple decides to make and how significant a move it will be, because it really could change things as we know it.
Whenever Apple has a product launch, it generates a lot of excitement among investors and consumers. And while today's event isn't expected to see the launch of a brand new revolutionary product like a car, it will point to two big questions looming over its strategy. Can it maintain its momentum in iPhone sales? And what next for its media strategy? Ravi Mattu, Financial Times, London.